Welcome to the Clapper Racing YouTube channel.
Hey, stop! Get off me. I'm not your whore.
All right. So, a little update on the car. I have some PTFE braided line here that I'm going to put on the transmission cooler because the rubber line I put on there was just temporary. I didn't really want to run the rubber line, so I feel better with PTFE and AN fittings. So I'm going to put this on the car. I'm going to run this from the transmission to the cooler and back. And I've got these AN fittings. This is all from Hot Rod Fuel Hose. You see the name. Really fast delivery, real good price. So hit them up if you need some AN lines. This is what I did my whole fuel system with. But I got I got 4 90s and 4 straights. There's 2 more in that box over there. But I ordered a set of, I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and found a set of 308 gears. I don't know if anybody saw, but I made a post on Software Mechanics and everybody told me to run 327s and do not run 308s. So I'm going to run 308s. People seem to think that the car won't 60 foot, but I don't really care if it's 60 foots in the 1-teens. I mean, I'm not trying to set records, but I just want a reliable 9-second car. And I also ordered this here, and it is a gear setup kit from Motive, and it's got the pinion shims, it's got the carrier shims here, it's got the new pinion nut, new ring gear bolts, the paint and the paintbrush. It's got a crush sleeve if you want to use it, and it's got a new seal and some Loctite. So it's basically everything you need. I think it was like 30 bucks shipped. So I ordered that. Car jacked up on jack stands, and what I'd like to do is get the rear subframe out today, get it out of the car. Alright, got the differential off the cradle, as you can see. Just got this pushed back under there. I'm going to cover these up with some plastic bags so they don't turn rusty. But here's the diff here. Got it all taken apart. So I'm going to get started on this thing. It'll probably take me a week or two because I'm going to take my time and make sure I try to get these gears as good as I can. But that's it though. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this diff inside, cover this stuff up, cover the car back up, and continue on. Got this thing cracked open. Looks pretty good. I don't see anything weird in here, but I do know this thing was noisy. So I'm gonna drain this oil out, pump it out into my little catch can over there, and get to tearing this thing down. Got it most of the way tore down. There's the carrier. It's just a welded stock diff. Probably just going to throw that back in there, use this as my practice. But there's a diff housing. I just pulled the pinion gear off of the 355s. Here's the 308 pinion gear. So and there's the solid mounts that are getting changed out here. But I'm probably going to wrap it up for the day. Alright, so here I am with it. I got the pinion gear in. I got the bearing pressed on the pinion gear. I've got so you slide that through. I've got the crush washer or crush sleeve in there, and then I've got the oil slinger and the bearing, the outer bearing here. Oh, almost had a smashed foot too. But got the the new dust seal on there, and I've got the U-joint flange here, and I've been torquing this. I run it on with the impact, and then I clamped it in the vise and ratchet strapped it to this table, and I've been kind of cranking on this nut here. The problem is I don't have a inch-pound torque wrench, and you really need a bar type, kind of like this one I have here. But this is inch-pounds, foot-pounds, so it's kind of hard to do with this. I don't know if I had to pick one up or borrow one or what, but so that's my next obstacle to overcome. So once I get that in, then I can start putting the diff casing and ring gear and all that stuff in. And yeah, so this is a learning experience for me. So, but it's a good one. So I'm gonna continue on. All right, got the diff in the same exact spot. So I ordered a inch-pound wrench for this. So I'm gonna have to hold off for this week until I get the inch-pound wrench on this, so I can know what my I don't know, I can't remember what you call it, but anyways, I guess it's preload on here. But I did get the bushings out. They took forever. I had to cut them, and had to cut them all the way down the middle and then slice this little chunk off and beat them out. This one was really, as you can see, stuck in there. But I got them out, and I can put these new soft bushings in. And I'm really having a dilemma with myself on whether I'm going to put this diff in there. I don't know. We'll see. All right, it's been a minute since I've recorded anything. Kind of had some stuff come up, been a little bit of traveling involved, and had some daily driver issues that I worked on one weekend with the Civic. But so I got a Cobra differential ordered. This is it here. I got the ring gear on it, and I actually ordered some new carrier bearings while I was at it. And I just mounted this here to the table so I can work on it. It's not the most stable thing in the world, but it'll work, I think. At least it won't fall over. But so I've got all this put together for the pinion flange on up, and I actually bought one of these inch-pound torque wrenches and some adapters to go from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. But the company is NACO Tools. I got it from Amazon for like 25 bucks. So that's how I set the preload on the pinion. But so I've got that set, and I'm gonna try to just kind of slowly chip away at this thing. Definitely not gonna be fast because this is my first time, but I'll mess with it and learn as I go, I guess. I've got kind of a space here in updates. I got the differential back together. I think it's gonna be close enough. It ain't perfect, but there it is there. I got the bushings pressed in here, which was a very big pain. I had to take a hose clamp and clamp them together and then beat them in with a freaking sledgehammer. It was not fun. And I actually took and sanded this down and repainted the cradle, whatever this is, cradle. So I've got to basically mount the diff back on the subframe and get it back in the car. I've also got my truck apart. When my Civic messed up the other week, I was driving the truck every day to work, and then this wheel cylinder started leaking like crazy, and it leaked all the fluid out the rear part of the reservoir, and my brakes went to crap. So I changed out both wheel cylinders, and now I just need to bleed the brakes really good, and the truck should be fixed, but everything's pretty much falling apart, so it's about a normal week for me. But I'm gonna get started on this thing and see how far I can get and keep chipping away at it till I'm done. As you can see, the truck is gone and it is here. Got one thing off my list. Got the brakes bled after I changed the wheel cylinders. Now I'm going to go get these radials mounted on here. I'm not gonna bring the bead locks or anything. I'm just gonna get them to put the rear bead over this lip, because I can't get it and I don't want to pry it and tear it all up. So I'm just gonna get the tire shop to do it. I'm not gonna worry about balancing it or anything, and I'll put the bead lock ring on whenever I get back, maybe later tonight or something. But hopefully when I get back I can get started on this thing here and maybe make some progress on it. But let's go to the tire shop. I think we need to blow old girl out one time. Do a little dig run in the 305 power goodness. Got to blow them out every now and then, guys. She's doing it. She's doing it. That was to the floor. Believe it or not, that was to the floor. Man, this thing is weak. It really needs that turbo 6.0 in it. Got the tires mounted on. Just told them to put them on, like I said before, and later on this weekend, if I get the car rolling, I can put the bead lock trim rings excuse me, on and get them ready to go. And if I feel like they need balancing, I'll take them back and get them to balance them, but I think they'll be fine. I haven't had any of my slicks or anything balanced, so we'll see. A couple burnouts will balance them out, right? Yeah. So it's about 1 o'clock, probably about the hottest part of the day. It's not too terribly bad out here today, but so I got the truck fixed. Now got to get the car going, so let's get started. Subframe is basically on all 4 points now, so what I got to do is just put the nuts, 4 nuts that hold the there's 2 that hold the cradle and 2 that hold the front subframe that go up around there. So I got to put them in, and the cradle or the subframe will be in, and then I'll have to hook the calipers up and everything, and we're not but maybe a good 3 or 4 hours from this thing being back together again. So pretty excited, but I'm gonna continue working on this thing and chug along until we're done. good so far. Hopefully it'll stay cool and keep running okay. RPMs are much better than it was, so I'm gonna ride it into town, and I need a little bit of fuel, but I need to run it into town and make sure everything's good with it before I take it down to Myrtle Beach. Looks like we might get a hurricane. So it looks like it's a wet weekend, so I'm probably just gonna get it and trailer it down. So we'll see. But so far it's running good. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Just wanted to say, guys, I appreciate you watching. Sorry it's been so long since I put a video up. For those of you that do watch my videos, all 6 of you. So I just wanted to give you an update. Before I end this video off, I went over to my buddy's shop across the street, put my full exhaust back on. It was way quieter, way better. And also I put the braided tranny cooler lines on. And if you can see, yep, there they are. So those are on, working good, no leaks yet. So pretty happy with it. I'm about to right now change out my fuel pump plug here. I think it's having some issues. Keeps getting hot and losing fuel pressure. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get this video uploaded probably pretty soon, get it edited and everything. But I promise there'll be more content with this car now that it's back together, and hopefully we'll go racing sooner than later. But appreciate you watching, guys. Take care.